All right, so here we're going to look on this one, and we're going to try to find, on this one, we're trying to find angle C here. Let's find this one. Find angle C. Okay, we're going to find angle C. Well, we know all three sides, which is one of the requirements. If you know all three sides, you should be able to find it. Okay, so we know this, this, and this. We know all these numbers. The only thing that we don't know is angle C. So we should be able to find that. So let's plug in. What do we know? We know C, side C has to be across from the angle that we're looking for. So if this is our angle, that makes the side all by itself have to be the 15. So this is going to be 15 squared equals, now you square the other two sides, so that's 28 squared plus 17 squared. And then you subtract off 2 times these same two sides, so that's 28 times 17. And then that gets multiplied by the cosine of our angle, which is angle C. Okay? Now that looks pretty ugly. So we need to take a deep breath and do this in pieces. Well, we know 15 squared is 225. Okay? Then, because this is multiplication here at the end, all of this is one term, so we can't do this subtraction, but we can go ahead and get this as a value. So what I would do is I would plug that straight into my calculator all in one step, and when you plug that in, you get 1,073. Okay? Then, these three numbers, we can go ahead and get a value, plug that in the calculator, and that comes out to 952 times the cosine of angle C. Okay? So, what we have is, we have a number equals a number minus a number times a variable. So this would be no different than if you had 10 equal 4 minus 2x. What would you do? You would subtract the 4 and then divide by -2. So let's do that. Let's bring this to the other side. Let's subtract this to the other side. When you subtract that, you get -848 equals -952 cosine of angle C. So now, had we done this, the next thing would have been to divide by the -2. So here we're going to divide this. But it's obviously not going to go in evenly, so we're just going to write it as a fraction. 848 divided by 952 equals cosine of angle C. Well, remember from yesterday, if we want to bring the cosine to the other side, we do inverse cosine. So it's the inverse cosine of 848 divided by 952 equals angle C. And we just need to plug that into the calculator. So here we go. Clear this out. We have second function cosine, inverse cosine of 848 divided by 952. Oops, too many. And that gets us, angle C is approximately 27. 27. Let's just call it 27 degrees. Okay? So angle C is approximately 27 degrees. Okay? So that's our first example. Obviously, the law of cosines doesn't look very pleasant. In this case, we had no other options. Since it wasn't a right triangle, you couldn't use SOHCAHTOA, and our other option would be the law of sines, which in this case would not have enough information. Okay? So this one, we had to solve this way. Not pretty, but it works.